YouTube. I'm Matt. I'm a full-time wannabe. Basically, my channel is about me going from the house into my custom cargo camper and hit the road. But today I got a problem. I got two codes in my expedition. Code 1702, code 705. It's a neutral safety switch. And yeah, my overdrive light was flashing. Apparently, well, the truck I bought, it's an expedition, and a woman owned it, and I don't think they ever took the overdrive off or ever towed anything with this truck. And I've been pulling my tiny house, my cargo camper, with the truck, and I think it kind of just wasn't used to it. And so I got two codes. So this is what I get to replace today. A lot of places say you have to have it like aligned and adjusted, stuff like that. To me, it already has a line right here to set it up, you know, to make sure it's in neutral. And if I do it close enough, you can see the two lines. This little black mark right there is not it. You can see the two lines lined up. There's one right here on the black and one on this little cream colored piece. But that's how it's supposed to go in when it's in neutral. So I'm going to put my truck into neutral. I'm going to climb up under there. It's 3 bolts and the plug. So how hard can this be? Let's go find out. Okay, so the first thing we're going to want to do is disconnect the battery, because there's one electrical plug into that part that I'm going to be putting in. So I think it's just smart to unhook that. Alright, so this is the unit. This is on the passenger side of the transmission. And it's really just the 3 bolts. It's the one, and there's one right here, and then this one. And then I guess you're supposed to unhook this thing in order to pull this off. But something is telling me that I might be able to just unbolt this and just slide that off and just leave all this together. And then I've got this one power cord. Hope this is not all blurry. I got some crappy video camera. But yeah, pretty simple, I guess. So I'm going to try and just see if I can just take this off first without having to disconnect any of this. And that'll save me a lot of time, because I'm not really sure how this comes off. I'm sure it's like a little clip or something on there. But I'll mess with it. Worst case, I'll mess with this. But I'll try to do this. And then this should just be able to come right off, because this looks kind of movable. Now this bar. So I've got it in neutral right now. I got my wheel chocked. I don't know if you can see it back there, but I got a big brick sitting back there. So hopefully nothing will roll on me. Alright, so let me see what I can do about getting this thing off real quick. Okay. I don't know if you can see this, but it came off. No problem. And I didn't have to take this bar apart. It just came right out, no problem. Yeah, see? So now, let me get that power cord off, this little power thing, and it should be pretty easy. And it's just those 2 little bolts. Okay, well, here's the new one, here's the old one, and this is why I was probably getting my thing. As you can see, this shit ain't lining up in any way, shape, or form. This thing's way off. And it should be like this. Where is it? Alright. It should be like that. You can see the line right here. That's how it should be. And that is how it should be not. So no wonder my things went off like that. And look at this. No grease whatsoever. I brought gloves out here. Texas truck, man. There's not a bit of grease. No rust. This thing has nothing. That thing's so awesome. Gotta love it. I just hope I can remember how to put this thing back. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to try and bend you around so you can see this little light. I don't know if you can see it in there. I gotta get some light up there. Right there. Hold on. Just trying to get you so you can see the best. Okay, so these are the two lines right here. And it's in neutral right now. So you want not these little lines. There's actually a little groove line that lines up when it's in neutral. And you want these lined up perfect before you tighten these two bolts down. So you can adjust this just a little, you know, just to make sure those two lines are lined up. I mean, talk about simple stupid. You just line it up. And then this goes right on. And the only way it can, you know, just like that. And let me see. Right there. Okay. So you just line that back on. Throw that bolt on right here. And then you just plug this thing back in. And it's done. So give me a second. Let me just hook those things up real quick. I'll be right back. Okay. Let me see if I can get a better view of this here. So before you tighten up this bolt here and this bolt that goes into this thing right here, if you look closely, there's a little line right here. It's not that big black line, not that one. A little line right here, and there's also a connect. You want to line it up with this black piece, the black line. So these lines will match before you tighten up this bolt here and this bolt right here and this one. This middle bolt you can put on last when you hook up that bar right before you plug in your power back into this thing. So that's all lined up. I bolted it in. I hooked this thing right back on, one bolt. I actually had to hold the shifter when I tightened the middle bolt because it wanted to shift it into gears. So you kind of just want to put your hand on it and tighten it up tight enough, you know, where you can't hold it back. So there you know it's pretty tight. Getting it off was actually pretty easy. I didn't have to break or bar or anything. I just kind of put a wrench on it and off they came. It was so easy. And here's the good news. All my lights are gone. The service engine light, no more. Flashing overdrive light, no more. It's done. It's all fixed. And this makes the third thing I've had to fix on my truck so far, or the fourth. Because when I bought it, the serpentine belt had a big cut out of it. So I replaced that first, and like an idiot, I bought two. And I always buy two when I replace the belt, because I'm like, well, what if it ever happens again? It's something I've learned in life. It's never happened again once I replace the belt. The truck or the car has long been gone before I ever needed to change it again. And these were the other things I had to replace. So here's my little replacement collection. I did the fuel pump. And it turns out it wasn't the fuel pump that was broke. This is actually the entire fuse box. And what they did is the fuse relay, which is right here, they don't use a fuse anymore. They use a fuse relay. And it's not a relay that you could just put on. It's soldered to the motherboard, which is sandwiched. Here's the motherboard. It's not there where you can get to it. It's sandwiched underneath with all this stuff. It's all sandwiched in there. So you have to take the whole fuse box out, take it all apart, and if you know how to solder, let me see if I can find the one. Well, you can see it. It's all burnt under there. Let me see if I can get it under there. It's this one right here. If you look closely, see all that black mark in between it? That's where it kind of flashed over and burned. So is this one bad too? Is this one, well, this one is obvious bad. That's the fuel relay. But could this one be bad? So I don't know. So instead of trying to take a chance, and you can see it on this side, you can see where it burned. Well, did it hurt, the route, the route that it's supposed to go? Did it hurt that? I don't know. So instead of just unsoldering these 5 pieces, I just found a used one on eBay because they wanted $600 for this. And they wanted, what was it, $800 to replace it at a shop. It's just $600 just to buy this. So I found a used one, not here in Houston because of the big-ass floods we've been having, but I found one out of Illinois, and I had them ship it down to me. And it was actually pretty easy because every one of these is completely different. So it's easy to figure out where everything goes. So that was the fuse box. Now the neutral safety switch, and then the fuel pump that was in the fuel tank. So that's all new. Is my truck ready for full-time RVing? Man, I sure hope so. But it's ready to go. It's running good, and yeah, man, I'm happy. Today was a good day. So yeah, today is a good day. I'm Matt. I'm a full-time wannabe. I hope this helped you out, in case you get those codes. 1702, 705. Neutral safety switch. Simple fix. And, that literally took me maybe 10 minutes. I don't even think it took me that long. It took me longer to do this stupid video. Love you guys. Please like and subscribe. I need all the subscribers I can get. Appreciate it.